Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Sammy here at Sammy G Stitches, and welcome back for a new it's time for a new Flosstube. Flosstube is a YouTube channel about cross stitch. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. Okay, so I'm doing this a little bit different this time, and I'm recording using the back of my iPad, so like I cannot see what you can see. We're gonna cross our fingers and hope this goes well. But before I get started, I want to have a small excuse me, PSA. I noticed a drop in subscriber count in the last week, a significant drop, and if it's because of me or something I'm doing or not doing, that's fine. But it reminded me that sometimes YouTube unsubscribes you from people. I don't know if it's, well, they haven't watched it in so long that maybe I just unsubscribe them, or if it's random. I know there have been a few times when, like, I was randomly unsubscribed from Jessie Marie, and I watch Jessie Marie anytime she posts. So I don't know what the algorithm or why YouTube does it. But I just want to put out this friendly reminder that if you notice that you are not getting videos from somebody that you like watching or something, just poke around, see if you got randomly unsubscribed. Also that there are a ton of amazing Flosstubers out there, and I subscribe to as many as I can. That's my personal thing. I may not have time to watch all of them, but I subscribe to anybody I can possibly find. So if you watch me and I do not subscribe to you, let me know and I will go subscribe. Okay, let's get started. So it was kind of a hectic week, but I feel like at the beginning of the week, good progress was made, and then at the end of the week, not so much. But there was progress made even though like life stuff got in the way. So we'll get to life stuff at the end because I know that's not everybody's cup of tea. But yeah, so we're gonna, and I brought my planner today so that I can kind of give you numbers anyway, and I can make sure that I'm showing these off in order. So the first things first, and this one was stitched on almost every day this week. There was a couple days I missed, but the idea is that I touch on it for at least 30 minutes a day or 100 stitches a day, depending on my focus, for at least the month of March, but I may just stick to it until it's finished, because that was my original idea, is just pick something that I feel like finishing and stick to it. But I do want to give myself some grace that if I get tired of working on it, maybe at the beginning of the month I pick a new one. But with this one, I love stitching on it so much, I don't think that's going to be the case. And actually, I have moved the Q-snap since you last saw it, and I really hope you can see it because I can't see what you can see. In fact, I'll just go ahead and pop this part off so you can see where most of where we're at. There's some stuff over here, like not stitched yet. I'm going to have to move the Q-snap to get some stuff over here. We got this little house down in the corner, but most of this is all finished. I'm having to move up the vine here. There's a sled here, and there's some leaves over here. So I am working on it a little bit each day, and I love the progress that's made. I love this fabric. This is a 28 count Lugana in Dryad from Under the Sea Fabrics. It just absolutely works for this project, and I got lots of compliments on that last week, so I'm glad y'all feel the same way that I do. So I worked on this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah, so that is where it's at, and we're just gonna keep on trucking on that every day. Okay, and then the other thing I was working on last week, I just tried to slide on my planner like this to get to the rest of the week, because this page shows Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I was like to see these days. I'm such a mess sometimes. My goodness. Okay. So I was working on this. I want to work on it each week till I get caught up, but also, and probably once I get caught up, it won't take as long. But also, it was one of my category pieces for this month. This is my newest start. I started this February 3rd, and this is Temperature Butterflies from Stitch and Mommy. It is on a 32 count Lugana in Adobe from Mystic Fabrics. And as you can see, I've got all of January done. I've got a good portion of February done, and I haven't started on March. So that's why I'm behind. But I'm doing pretty good at getting caught up. So that's why I'm going to continue to just give it one day a week that I work on it. And even if I never get caught up, it'll give me very little to do in December when I focus on it and get it finished. This was a new start this year that I fully intend on finishing by the end of the year. So while it brought my stitch count up temporarily, it's only temporary. I'm trying my best to bring my stitch count down, but then I want to start all the things, and so I don't know. It's an attempt. Anyway, the next thing I worked on, because I got to my 1,000 stitches for the category. So the next thing I brought to work on was Rainbow from Kitty Me Designs. She was for the category closest to a finish. So I need 1,000 stitches on her for the category, but it's a good thing those categories aren't solid. You can kind of move stitches around because it only took 837 to finish her. And she's so pretty. Oh my goodness, she's so gorgeous. This is Rainbow. It's from the Colorful Cat series by Kitty and Me Designs. It's on I believe a 28 count Lugana that I got from Valkyrie Stitchworks on Facebook. I need to remember to link her below. This was one of the first pieces. She died, so it doesn't have a name, but it was a beautiful purple that I just had to have. And Rainbow looks amazing on it. And so you can see this is an 8x11 Q-snap. So she'll fit in an 8x10 frame, I believe. Maybe. Yeah. Sideways like this. So she's gorgeous. It's labeled as a small, which means it is less than 100. Okay, so the way we do stitch counts is you add the stitch count it gives you. So let's say it's 97 by 90. You add those two together to then divide by 2. In that case, it's obviously going to be in the 90s. And so with it being less than 100, it counts as a small. So in finishing a small, I earned the ability to start a small. But she is I want to do all of the Kitty and Me designs, or maybe not all of them, but a good vast majority. So my thought is I will take the new start I can get from finishing her and do another one. I'm already planning on doing one of the cats in July. So I think I'll do one of the butterflies fairly soon when I feel like starting something. I haven't actually kitted it up yet, so there's that too. So that's Rainbow. And then the next thing I worked on, and this is partly because I finished that in the middle of the night and I wanted to stitch some more, and this is what I had in my car. Also, I do want to keep up with it. It's a mystery stitch along this year, and I want to keep up with it, but it didn't fit any of my categories, so I was trying not to give it too much attention just yet, but then with the way the rest of my week went, it didn't really matter anyway. So this is Nordic Winter Band Sampler from Stitching Cabin Co. She has an Etsy shop. She approached me on Instagram and asked if I would want to participate in. So yes, this is really nice because it's only 3 colors. You got your dark color, your light color, and then your Krynic, which I got Rainbow Treasure Braid. And so I believe trying to remember what part's what. I think this was January. These two bands here. This one was February. It was a little bit smaller, but February is a little bit smaller. And then this is March. And I got started stitching in the car, so I got started on it. And I put, I don't know, 300 or 400 stitches in it. This is on 32 count Lugana in Midnight Sky from Valkyrie Stitchworks. So it's kind of funny that they're both Cat's fabrics. But this one did have a name. So it's a beautiful, beautiful gray color. Absolutely love it. And so yeah, I worked on that one. And then lastly, because I didn't do a whole lot of stitching yesterday. Well, I mean, I stitched on this yesterday anyway. I didn't do a whole lot of stitching on Friday. And it's full coverage Friday. So I pulled out Mini Phantom of the Masquerade. This is by Melissa Dawn, and it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I have the entire first row done. We just started on the second row. We're about, I would say, halfway through the page or so. Roundabout. You're starting to see the cat's ear. Absolutely love that. And I didn't bring cover photos this time. I think I did on this one, actually. So this is what it's going to look like when it's completed. And this is where I'm at. So I only put 200 stitches in on it this week. I just didn't have as much stitching time as I normally do on Friday and Saturday. I've been doing a lot of cleaning and organizing of the craft room, and we were out of town and stuff like that. So this is where I got to this week. Just this 100 stitches down here, this up here, and I probably won't see this one again until next month, but this one gets worked on every month. And Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream gets worked on every month, and then my other pieces make it in as they can. So Alice will probably be this coming up week. Maybe. I'm actually working in the truck on Friday, which I don't usually bring a Hate in the truck, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. We will have to see. My full coverage Friday may become full coverage Saturday for 1 week. Okay, so that is all the pieces that I worked on, including a finish, which is awesome. Awesome. It feels so good to finish things every once in a while. And the last couple weeks, it was kind of like bam, bam, bam. I finished House Targaryen, Butterfly Expressions, and Rainbow. So who knows? I probably won't finish anything else for like, I don't know, 6 months, but it's okay. No, I think Merry and Bright only needs a couple months. What do you think? Just a few. Okay, so plans for this week. I still need to, I brought apparently Nordic Winter to work on tonight because I didn't grab anything else and I didn't think about it. I still need to do my monthly section of Lady of the Flag. I still need to work on, what are my other pieces for this month? Let me just pull that up real quick because I cannot remember off the top of my head. It's been a couple weeks since I looked at it. Okay. Sorry. Haven't stitched on in 2022. I believe I'm going to work on Celebrate Christmas for that one. For Madame Chantilly, I haven't started it. And part of a series, Raccoon Rabble. So I'll probably bring one of those this week. Each one gets 1,000 stitches, and then either one of those two, probably Temperature Butterflies, let's be honest, or Epic Pokemon will get the extra stitches that Rainbow didn't get. So it'll probably be Temperature Butterfly since I plan to work on that again this week anyway. So Nordic Winter tonight, because that's what's with me. I think I'll bring Raccoon Rabble for the rest of the week, only because Celebrate Christmas is on 40 count. I'm not opposed to bringing it to work, but my lighting situation, I'm going to try and get that one done on a night at home, but we'll see. Then Temperature Butterflies at some point, Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream at some point. Those are in my plans for this week. Lady of the Flag. Some things may not make it this week, but those are my pool. I don't plan on pulling anything else until those have all been worked on. Okay, this last week. So now we're kind of getting into the life portion of it. Let's see, I'm trying to remember. I work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and you saw the results of that at work. I don't think anything significant happened at work this week. It was pretty much just, doing the thing. And then Wednesday, we slept until, we normally sleep till 2:30. But sometimes when we go out of town, we will get up at noon. This day we decided to just sleep until we got up and leave from there. We got up about 1 o'clock, got on the road about 2 and drove to Houston. It's about an 8-hour drive. And Casey drove the first half, so I was able to sit and work on Nordic Winter. And but he doesn't really like driving through San Antonio. So right before San Antonio, we switched, we ate, and then it was starting to get dark anyway. So he was able to see his iPad to like watch a show while I drove, and I wouldn't have been able to see the stitch anyway. So it really kind of worked out. Got to my parents. It was late. Anyway, and then sorry, that threw me off. Got to my parents. It was kind of late. We visited with them till about 1 a.m. We all went to bed. Then we had to get up at 6:30. My son had a an MRI at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's routine. For those who don't know, and I don't talk about it very much, so there may be a lot of you. My son has hydrocephalus and Chiari malformation. He's had it since he was an infant. So really at this point in his life, it's just making sure nothing's going wrong. It's not, there wasn't anything we were concerned about. We knew that the results were going to be good. So, they did two scans, one of the brain, one of the neck. They didn't do any spinal scans this time, but they were able to see the concerning parts of the spine in the neck scan. Everything looks the same. Everything looks good. Neuro said, and then we go straight from there over to the neurologist now, or the neurosurgeon. Our appointment was for noon, but he usually lets us just walk in right after the MRI and not have to wait around for hours. So we went in and we talked to him, and he said everything's good, that we can hold off until next summer before doing another MRI, so that maybe we can stop missing school for these appointments. And he's just really happy about where he is at. He said, mostly that there's no concerns. So then we were planning on stopping and getting lunch, but my husband said, if we go ahead and head home now, we might be able to make it back for Lexi's track meet. And I said, okay. So we just grabbed some fast food and we tried to book it home. We missed the shot put and the discus. But we pulled up and parked right as they were starting to bring the hurdles onto the track. So, and the girls' hurdles are first. So literally by the time we made it to the fence, Lexi was lining up to get in her little stance and take off running. So we got to see it, and that was awesome. She got third place in shot put. She didn't place in discus, and she got fifth in hurdles. So she did better than last week. And overall, each event is scored, and then each school gets an overall score. The girls team got first place. The boys team got first place too, but I'm worried about the girls team. So we made it back just in time for that. Then we went home and relaxed a little bit. Friday, I feel like I did something Friday. No, I think I was pretty lazy on Friday. I was cleaning the craft room. I was reorganizing, and I didn't get a whole lot of stitching in on Friday. And then Friday evening, I played Guild Wars with Sarah and from our Stitching Kingdom. So that was a lot of fun and kept me up till 2 or 3 in the morning. And then I did a little bit more stitching and then I went to bed. Saturday morning, I had to wake up first thing and take Lexi to the eye doctor where her prescription has gotten a little worse. So we had to get new glasses and new contacts. And then we went grocery shopping and I got the oil changed in the car. And then we had to take her clothes shopping. And then we got home, and again, I was stitching, but I would get like 3 stitches in and then be like, oh, I could put this here. And I'd get a few more stitches in, and then Ryan would want me to go do something for him, and just one of those nights. So that was my week in a nutshell. Yeah, it's very different not being able to see the screen. So, I feel like I've looked everywhere except for the camera. I don't know why, since it's more distinct where the camera is at. Sorry if that bothers you. I'm trying. Okay. I think that's it this week. If you are new here, again, welcome. Thank you for checking me out, and I hope you saw something that interests you and keeps you coming back for more. If you come back week after week, thank you so much for being here again. Thanks everybody for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, all the ways that you show you love me, and I will see y'all next week.